Number 10. The world's longest fingernails. Chris Walton is the current Guinness World Record holder for the longest fingernails in the world. She's been growing her nails for 19 years and they're measured at 10 feet and 2 inches on her left hand and 9 feet and 7 inches on her right. Lee Redmond was the previous record holder with 28 feet and 4.5 inch nails, but lost them in an automobile accident in 2009. I'm not sure if she was the one driving, but if she was, there's a good chance that that accident may have had something to do with her nails. Number 9. The heaviest weight balanced on someone's head. Now, attempting to see how much weight you can balance on your head without getting crushed to death isn't the brightest of ideas. Don't do that. But one man has become famous for doing exactly that, which is mad. John Evans holds the record for the heaviest weight balanced on the head of a human. He's balanced 352 pounds worth of Mini, which is a car, on his head for 33 seconds. While in 1997 he managed to balance 416.7 pounds of brick for 10 seconds. Don't put that many bricks on your head. His ability is basically attributed to his thick neck, which is 24 inches in circumference. Number 8. The most t-shirts worn at once. Now, this record's been broken many times over the years, and the current record for the most t-shirts worn at once belongs to Sanath Bandera of Colombo, Sri Lanka. In late 2011, he wore 257 t-shirts at once, and as you can see, he wasn't too thrilled about it. I don't blame him though, it must have been boiling in there, and frankly, if you are going to wear over 250 t-shirts at once, you might consider investing in a jumper. Number 7. The most lit fireworks strapped to the body. Now, this one definitely has "do not do this" written all the way through it like a stick of rock, but Todd DeFazio, better known by his nickname The Village Idiot, has several records to his name. The craziest one by far is when he attempted the world record for most lit fireworks strapped to the body. He taped 15 bottle rockets and Roman candles around his legs, chest and head, which were all lit together by other people. The fireworks aren't powerful enough to potentially cause death, but could have easily caused second or third degree burns and blown off a couple of his fingers. And to be honest, a couple of fingers is more than anyone wants to lose. Still, it did work out well for DeFazio, as he didn't suffer any burns or lose any limbs. Just in case you're interested, his other records include most holiday decorations placed on a person, the fastest time to eat a jar of peanut butter, and even the fastest time to blow out 107 birthday candles. Number 6. The most live rattlesnakes held in mouth. Jackie Bibby holds the record for the largest number of live rattlesnakes held in the mouth at once. He held 11 fully grown rattlesnakes by their tails without any assistance for around 10 seconds. Rattlesnakes aren't generally aggressive, but they do have a venomous bite that can be lethal. So yeah, just in case that wasn't clear by the tone of my voice, don't put live rattlesnakes, or any kind of snake, in your mouth. Number 5. The largest aeroplane eaten. Yeah, you did hear that right. Michel Lotito is able to chew up all types of indigestible materials, including razor blades, light bulbs, and steel. So of course it's no surprise that he spent 2 years eating a Cessna 150 plane. He used a bolt cutter, sledgehammer, and an acetylene torch to break up the plane into parts, edible parts, and subsequently consumed it. That said, he did eat the glass parts of the plane directly off the plane, which sounds like just as terrible idea as eating a plane. He's able to chew and swallow these pieces without suffering from severe internal bleeding, as he has an abnormally thick stomach lining. Before his eventual death, he had eaten nearly 9 tons of metal, whilst personally I'm going to stick to biscuits. Number 4. The world's highest cable walk. January 2011 saw high wire artist Freddie Knock achieving the world's highest cable walk on record. He had no safety harness and just a balance pole to assist him. Below him was 1,600 meters of clear mountain air and, of course, the really hard floor below that. He covered 572 meters on the wire before he had to stop the walk due to ice forming on the cable and the loss of feeling in his hands. Still, it was enough to give him the world record. Freddie's also the record holder of the longest and highest wire walk, riding a bike on the wire, and the longest and steepest wire walk above sea. Basically, this guy really likes walking on wires. Number 3. Juggling 3 motors. With his previous record standing at 35, Milan Roskopf of Slovakia broke his own world record in June 2009 by juggling 3 motor saws 62 times successfully in a row. Of course, it goes without saying that one wrong move and you wouldn't really be able to rely on plasters to treat that kind of wound. Number 2. The most piercings in one sitting. In one of the most painful world records, Chris Elliott tolerated extreme pain when he was stuck with 3,900 needles in 7 hours and 46 minutes. I suppose it's nice to spread it out, but still, that's almost 4,000 needles. So for me, that's going to get a straight up no. And unfortunately for the poor chap before, his successful attempt came soon after the previous record holder managed 3,100 piercings in 6 hours and 15 minutes, which of course now in retrospect just looks rubbish. Number 1. The farthest eyeball pop. Just on the basis of what I've just said, you may want to switch off this video right now. Arguably the craziest world record belongs to Kim Goodman, who popped her eyeballs out a total of 12mm or 0.47 inches beyond her eye socket. And I'm struggling to even read this script now because I instinctively want to close my eyes. The previous world record belonged to Claudio Paulo Pinto when he managed to pop them 7mm or 0.3 inches out of his sockets. Pinto says he's been doing it since he was 9 years old, and apparently it doesn't hurt a bit. Which is a fascinating piece of information that I really don't want to spend any time thinking about whatsoever. Thanks everyone for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. For more top 10 lists, be sure to subscribe by clicking on the button that you can see now.